Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more relationship stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. My husband asked for a paternity test and it came back positive, but our relationship was never the same. My husband and I have 3 children. Our sons look exactly like him, dark skin and dark eyes and hair, but our daughter doesn't. She looks exactly like my great-grandparents, really pale, blonde and green-eyed, but apparently he didn't think it was possible that our daughter could look like my great-grandparents. And from the moment he saw her, he told me he wanted a paternity test. At first, I refused because I felt like it was humiliating and because I didn't think it was necessary because I never cheated on him. And I hoped he would trust me, but he didn't. And for the first 2 months of our daughter's life, he made my life hell. That's messed up. This man does not know how genetics work. He's acting as if his kids should only take his genetics and only look like him. That's crazy. He didn't want to hold her even if she cried desperately while I was doing something else. He never woke up at night to help me with her. He never helped me with anything, and that hurt me so much because with our boys, he was completely different. He helped me all the time with absolutely everything, and he was always there for me after giving birth. But this time he left me alone and it was the worst experience of my life. I have no family here, and his entire family from the moment they saw my daughter turned their backs on me. I don't have any friends here either, so it was just my daughter and me. She's a colicky baby, so it was very difficult for me to do everything alone, and on top of that, help with our sons. I decided to do the paternity test because one day his entire family came to our house to celebrate my son's birthday and no one spoke to me, and they didn't want to include my daughter in the photos that my in-laws took of all the grandchildren. So I knew it was stupid to keep waiting for them to come to their senses. Well, the paternity test came back positive and everyone was shocked. And of course, they felt guilty for not having believed in me. Everyone apologized and my husband even cried when he held our daughter in his arms for the first time. And I know that his apologies were genuine, and that's why I forgave him, but I don't know if I can forgive his family. They treated me really badly and said horrible things about me just a few days after giving birth, and I can't forget the insults or violence. Violence! The fact that he treated her so trash and didn't even take care of the kid just because he was suspicious. And he didn't even know yet, okay? I can't forgive him for that. The fact that he can turn his back so quick like that when nothing has been confirmed. Yeah, no thank you. Get out of my life. You marry someone because you love them, okay? Because you trust them, because you promise to be there for them. But you turn your back like that? That's messed up. Like, why is he crying? Oh my God, I treated you so badly because I thought you were my kid. That's messed up. That's freaking messed up. The husband really showed his true nature. Okay. Damn. That's not something I can forgive. She said insults and violence? I mean, what did they do? My husband knows that I don't want to see his family, nor do I want them near any of our children, and he told his family. So these last 3 months, it has just been the 5 of us, but it doesn't feel as good as I expected. My husband is constantly apologizing and crying every time he holds our daughter, and I'm getting tired of the situation. I want us to be happy as we were before. So how can we move on? My husband suggested that we start couples therapy. How much can therapy help? Personally, if that was me, I would have left. It's the fact that she has no family here and they all treated her so badly. So she was isolated, okay? She was basically all on her own. You know what? No thanks. Because it's going to happen again. If they can do it once, they can do it another time. All right, now he holds the baby because he knows it's his. What the hell? So he just had no trust in her at all, right? So that's something you can't fix. Your husband didn't trust you at all. Not even 1 bit of trust in you. 0% trust, okay? How do you move on from that? How do you act like nothing has happened, right? How do you go back to normal being happy when you know your husband doesn't trust you? He didn't trust her at all. Not 1 bit. He didn't even care about that kid at all. He didn't even think it was his kid 1 bit. He didn't even try to bond with the kid. Nothing. If that was me, right? And he was like, get a paternity test. I would get it, but I would also tell him if the kid is yours, we're getting a divorce. Alright, moving on. My boyfriend didn't want to pay $200 to save my life. I was at a bar with my boyfriend and his friends a while ago. We all had a great time, dancing on tables, singing and drinking. I remember feeling totally fine 1 second, and the next I got very unsteady and I lost connection with my body. I got confused and scared, but then just so calm. She was drugged. It was all types of weird. This is seconds here, and there I remember most things that happened didn't exist in my memory. I became unconscious, and according to my boyfriend, the few times I opened my eyes, they looked very scared. He was told to get a taxi to get me to the emergency room fast. He managed to get me into the taxi, and it started to drive. My boyfriend told me that during the drive, the driver told him that he would have to pay an extra $200 if I threw up. Then my boyfriend said F no, stopped the driver and wanted to walk to the emergency room. I was still unconscious, and he didn't know why or if my life was at risk. Luckily for him, the police was driving around and saw me laying on the ground. They asked him what's up and drove us to the emergency room with blue lights on and fast. They took it very seriously, and without them, my boyfriend would have been lucky to even get me to the emergency room. Turns out I got drugged that night. It got worse as he forced me to walk with shaky legs from the emergency room the day after. A walk that would have been 20 minutes took me 2 hours. Even started talking about the fact that he could have gotten drugged too. And that maybe he got a little drugged, even though he didn't feel weird at all that night. Why do some people do that, you know? You're sick, oh my god, I'm feeling sick too now. No. Then he started to talk about him paying the taxi $40 for the little drive and how much that was. Like he wanted me to pay him back or something. He constantly stated that it was $40 and how sick that was. He looked up symptoms related to being drugged and found that long-term symptoms would mostly be trauma. The next weekend I had to be with his friends again, and some people I didn't know. They talked about that night and even made a little joke about me being drugged. He also ignored me once I said someone was following me. He was never scared of letting me walk around in town at night. But if a female friend did it, then he would have to follow her. He argues when I'm scared instead of making me feel better or protecting me. Other than that, he's a kind man that doesn't want to hurt people, but like, this cannot be normal. Is this a relationship worth it? I'm scared I'm overreacting, but keep in mind that most of this is still from his perspective, as I don't remember that night. That's his perspective. That's his watered down perspective. Messed up. Bye. Yo, if I got into a relationship, I just know I'd be out of there if someone did something. Excuse me, your girlfriend was drugged and you're like, no, I'm not gonna pay for this. I'm not gonna pay for this. She can walk, but she's literally unconscious. That's messed up, bro. That is messed up. If I knew that someone I'm with cannot take care of me while I'm unconscious and is not willing to get me help, break up, see ya. Because my dog would do better than that. Don't lower your standards, people. Because imagine getting married to someone like that. He's not concerned when she tells him that someone is following her. Messed up. Even my friend would be concerned over that, okay? But then he follows his female friends around. Red flag. Bye. And it's the fact that he's talking about it as if he did something. Boy, you did nothing. Okay, you weren't even willing to pay $200 to save your girlfriend's life. Piss off. And then they joked about her being drugged as if it wasn't something serious. They were laughing about it. Well, there you go. You know you're not safe around those people. It's very likely that your partner is very similar to the people they hang around. So yeah, there you go, girl. You got all the information. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!